Founded by Thomas Edison in the late 1800s, General Electric, or GE, is one of America's most loved companies. They've recently spun off their consumer lending business and reached what their CEO called a historic pivot, which will see them focus on engines, medical imaging equipment, and gas turbines, as well as increasing its overseas development, including a $2.7 billion plan to build power plants in Algeria. One of the largest low-cost airlines on Earth, Southwest Airlines employs more than 45,000 people in America. In fact, Southwest is so popular that it's been a profitable company for 40 successive years and recorded profits of $805 million in 2013, thanks to huge savings on fuel, as well as announcing expanded operations in San Jose, Costa Rica, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and Belize. Although a huge number of multinationals have started to create local distribution centers, FedEx has continued to consistently post huge profits. They posted a 14% growth last year thanks to increasing demand for express shipping as people's online shopping habits continue to change. The company have also announced plans to spend more than $1 billion on expansion projects to create more than 70 new distribution centers, each creating between 100 and 500 jobs in local communities. Unsurprisingly, the Walt Disney Company is found on this list as the organization continues to be the go-to name in fun for millions of children the world over. After grossing more than $1 billion with their 2013 hit Frozen, Disney have been able to develop a Broadway version and put the Disney princess film model back on the front foot after years of decline. I mean, personally, my favorite is still Beauty and the Beast. Come on, guys, let's be serious. Beauty and the Beast. Even their parks, some of the business is growing through their use of technology, allowing guests to use the RFID wristbands to access and navigate the park, as well as using them to buy merchandise. Coca-Cola is one of the most recognizable brands in the world, and it's planning to invest more than $4 billion in the Chinese market over the next 2 years, as well as planning a home soda machine which builds on brands like Nespresso and SodaStream by creating Coca-Cola from pods. Although despite ever-present concerns over public health, Coca-Cola remains one of the most popular organizations in the world. Starbucks is almost as ubiquitous as Coca-Cola, and with over 21,000 locations worldwide, it's not hard to see why they make the list of the most loved companies. They currently have more than 182,000 employees in 68 countries and are looking at ways to expand their business, including tea shops, juice bars, and even restaurants serving alcohol and main meals. Not only that, Starbucks are at the forefront of contactless payment and even mobile ordering, which allows customers to order their drinks on the way to the store, or if they're really lazy, they can just have it delivered. Helmed by the Oracle of Ahama, Berkshire Hathaway is renowned as having the most reliable and expensive stock in the world. This massive holding company owns and invests in a variety of the world's best-known brands, including Kraft Foods, Dairy Queen, Wells Fargo, and even IBM. In March last year, Buffet's company reached a value of $300 billion, a major milestone for one of America's biggest conglomerates. Renowned as being the best employers on earth, Google is so well known that their company name has all but replaced the word for search in internet jargon. Not only is Google and their employees at the forefront of innovation with products like Google Glass, even though lots of people didn't like it, and Google Fiber, which seeks to provide super fast broadband right across America, they're also at the cutting edge of driverless cars and even battlefield robotics, as well as running YouTube, where you are now. In a word, Google own everything, and we're probably in trouble. There are so many internet retailers out there that it's almost surprising to see Amazon.com so far up this list. Despite the constant threat of competition, Amazon's business model allows them to consistently innovate and create new must-have products. The introduction of Amazon Prime, which gives their members free next-day delivery for a fixed annual fee, puts Amazon at the very top of the e-commerce marketplace with an annual revenue of $88.9 billion. And still, despite the worrying reports of how they treat their employees and that their business practices maybe make them a bit of an evil company, as long as people get things in the post the next day, nobody seems to actually care. So, that's sad. At the close of the stock markets on February 10th, 2015, Apple became the first company in history to hold a market value in excess of $700 billion, making it the most valuable brand on earth after selling 74.5 million iPhones just in the fourth quarter of 2014 alone. Come on now, that's silly. Apple is expected to enjoy further growth thanks to their new line of products for 2015, which includes the Apple Watch, the iPhone 6s, and the iPad Pro, which is said to revolutionize the working practices of digital artists. With that in mind, it's hard to see Apple being shifted from the top spot anytime soon. Now, I know that many of you will hate Apple, and I personally understand why. They make the same phones every year, and they're very expensive, and actually, over the past few years, their innovation has been very slow. Personally, I find their tech a bit boring, very expensive, and a bit too liable to break. But just to clarify, this list isn't the opinion of top media, rather one based on polls. Number one on this list for me personally would probably be the supermarket down the road, because they do really good biscuits. Shockingly nice biscuits.